Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. In this video, we'll learn about the topic DICE. DICE is one of the most important topics for government sector entrance exams, placement exams, and other competitive exams. Questions on this topic are asked under the visual reasoning section. This section measures the ability to understand and analyze information presented visually and then solve problems logically. Questions which come from this section are very easy to solve if you know the key concepts and a few rules. This video will explain to you in detail the concept of DICE and the types of questions that may be asked in competitive exams. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notifications as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. What is a dice? Dice is a small throwable object with marked sides that can rest in multiple positions. Dice is a cube having different numbers on all its faces. The numbers are usually a single digit from 1 to 6. Each of its 6 faces may be marked with a different number of dots from 1 to 6 or may have faces marked with symbols. So this is a dice which is marked with numbers. This one is marked with dots and this one is marked with symbols. Dice is a cube. So it has 6 faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges as seen in this diagram. Now let's study some basic facts about dice using this figure. Now the 6 faces in the dice are ABCG, GCDE, DEFH, BCDH, AGEF and ABHF. 4 faces are adjacent to one face. There are pairs of opposite faces. For example, the opposite of DEFH is ABCG. So the opposite of this face is this face. Now CDEG is the upper face of the dice. ABHF is the bottom face of the dice. Now only 3 faces of a dice are visible at a time, as you can see in this diagram. Now these 3 faces are known as the joint sides and they can never be on the opposite side of each other. Let's now learn about the different types of dice. There are 2 types of dice, base dice and open dice. Now base dice is further classified into 2 types, the standard dice and the ordinary dice. Now ordinary dice is also known as general dice or non-standard dice. Let's now learn more about the standard dice, the ordinary dice and the open dice. Let's now learn more about the standard dice. The dice in which the sum of the 2 opposite faces is equal to 7 is the standard dice. In a standard dice, the sum of 2 adjacent faces is not 7. As you can see in this dice, these 2 are the adjacent faces and 6 plus 5 is 11. These 2 are adjacent faces. 6 plus 3 is 9. These 2 are the adjacent faces. 5 plus 3 is 8. As you can see, the sum of uh, 2 adjacent faces is not 7 in this dice. So clearly this is a standard dice. Now in a standard dice, the sum of 2 opposite faces is equal to 7. So the face opposite to 3 would be 4 because 3 plus 4 is 7. The face opposite to 5 is 2 because 5 plus 2 is 7. The face opposite to 6 is 1 because 6 plus 1 is 7. Let's now learn more about the ordinary dice. The dice in which the sum of any two adjacent faces is equal to 7 is an ordinary dice. Now, as you can see in this dice, 4 and 3 are adjacent sides and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So, this is an ordinary dice. Now, to find the opposite face in an ordinary dice, at least two positions of the dice are required. Now we have two situations. The first one is where one face is common. The second situation is where two faces are common. Now let's learn how to find the opposite faces when one face is common. So here you have two positions of an ordinary dice. Now as you can see here, face 3 is common in both the positions of the dice. So now you have to fix the common face and then move clockwise. So when you fix the common face 3 here and move in the clockwise direction, you get 3, 4, 2. In this position, when you fix the common face 3 and move in the clockwise direction, you get 3, 5, 6. So now 2 and 6 are opposite faces, 4 and 5 are opposite faces. Now the remaining number is 1. So 3 and 1 are opposite faces. Now remember this method of finding the opposite faces because uh, this is going to be very helpful while solving problems on ordinary dice. Let's now learn how to find the opposite faces when two faces are common. Now, when two faces are common, you have to remember this rule. Irrespective of their place in the dice, if any two faces are common in two different positions of the dice, then the remaining third face in both the positions of the dice are opposite to each other. This means that in two positions of a dice, if two faces are common, then whether the two faces, whether the two common faces are in the same place in both the positions or the two common faces are in different places in the two positions, the remaining third face in both the positions are opposite to each other. Let's understand this rule with the help of this example. Here you can see two positions of an ordinary dice. As you can see here, two faces are common in both these positions. That is, here faces 3 and 5 are common in both the positions. Now, the remaining third face in both these positions is 1 and 2. So, faces 1 and 2 are opposite faces. Now remember this rule because this is going to help you while solving problems on ordinary dice where uh, in two positions of dice you have two common faces. Let's now learn more about the open dice. In an open dice, all the 6 faces are shown clearly. The opposite faces are at the alternate positions in the column. The left and the right extensions are opposite to each other. Now look at this open dice. So in this column, face 1 and face 4 are in alternate positions and they are opposite faces. Face 3 and face 5 are in alternate positions and they are opposite faces. The left extension 2 and the right extension 6 are opposite to each other. So in this open dice, 1 and 4 are opposite faces 3 and 5 are opposite faces and 2 and 6 are opposite faces. Here are a few rules for solving questions related to ordinary dice. Remember these rules because they'll help in solving questions on ordinary dice in the easiest way. Rule number 1. Two opposite faces of the dice cannot be adjacent to each other. Let's understand this rule with the help of an example. So here you can see two positions of an ordinary dice. Now here the common face is 2. Now as you can see here, the faces 4, 3, 6 and 1 are adjacent to the face 2. Therefore, the faces 4, 3, 6 and 1 cannot be opposite to face 2. Now the remaining face is 5. So the remaining face 5 will be opposite to the face 2. Let's now look at rule number 2. Rule number 2 is for finding the opposite faces when two different positions of a dice are given and there is one common face. Now under this rule there are two cases. The first case is when the place of the common face is the same. The second case is when the place of the common face is different. Now let's find the opposite faces when the place of the common face is the same. Now when two different positions of a dice are given and there is one common face and the place of the common face is the same, then the remaining two faces of the dice will be opposite to each other respectively. Now let's understand this rule with the help of an example. So here you can see two positions of a dice. Now as you can see there is one common face, face 4. Now in these two positions of the dice, the place of the common face 4 is the same. So face 3 is opposite to face 1, face 5 is opposite to face 2. The remaining face is 6. So the remaining face 6 will be opposite to the face 4. Now there is a shortcut method also to find the opposite faces. Now the shortcut method involves fixing the common face and then moving clockwise from the common face. So here in this position the common face is 4. So first fix the common face 4 and then move in the clockwise direction. You'll get 4, 5, 3. Now in this position, after fixing the common face 4 and moving in the clockwise direction, we get 4, 2, 1. So now 3 and 1 are opposite faces, 5 and 2 are opposite faces, and 4 is opposite to the remaining face, which is 6. Now let's find the opposite faces when the place of the common face is different. So when two different positions of a dice are given and there is one common face and the place of the common face is different, then the opposite face of the common face will be that which is not shown on any face in these two positions. Now let's understand this rule with the help of an example. So here you can see two different positions of a dice and there is one common face which is face 1. As you can see here in these two positions of the dice, the place of the common face 1 is different. Now here the face with number 6 is not shown. So the face opposite to the common face 1 is face 6. Now to find the opposite faces of the remaining faces, you have to fix the common face and then move clockwise from the common face. So in this position, after fixing the common face 1 and moving in the clockwise direction, we get 1, 3, 5. In this position, after fixing the common face 1 and moving in the clockwise direction, we get 1, 2, 4. So now 5 and 4 are opposite faces, 3 and 2 are opposite faces, and 1 is opposite to the remaining face, which is 6. Now, instead of remembering all these rules, it is easiest to find the opposite faces using the shortcut method. So whenever two different positions of a dice are given and there is one common face, whether the place of the common face is the same or whether the place of the common face is different, use the shortcut method to find the opposite faces. Now the shortcut method involves fixing the common face and moving clockwise from the common face and then find the opposite faces. So whenever you have to solve questions where you have to find opposite faces when two different positions of a dice are given and there is one common face, just use the shortcut method. Let's now look at rule number 3. Rule number 3 is for finding the opposite faces when two different positions of a dice are given and there are two common faces. Now the rule is irrespective of their place on the dice, if any two faces are common in two different positions of the dice, then the remaining third face in both the positions of the dice are opposite to each other. Now let's understand this rule with the help of an example. So here you have two positions of a ordinary dice. As you can see here, there are two common faces, 1 and 2. Now, irrespective of whether the common faces 1 and 2 are in the same place or in different place, the third face in both the positions of the dice are opposite to each other. So here in this position the third face is 5 and in this position the third face is 4. So 5 and 4 are opposite to each other. So when two different positions of a dice are given and there are two common faces, now, irrespective of whether the two common faces are in the same place or in different place, the remaining third face in both the positions of the dice will be opposite to each other. Hope you have understood this rule. Let's now learn about the rules for solving questions related to open dice. Now remember that in an open dice, in the column, the opposite faces are in the alternate positions. The left and the right extensions are opposite to each other. So in this open dice, in this column, 1 and 5 are in alternate positions and they are opposite to each other. 3 and 6 are in alternate positions and they are opposite to each other. 2 and 4 are the left and the right extensions, so they are opposite to each other. So in this open dice, 1 is opposite to 5, 3 is opposite to 6 and 2 is opposite to 4. Now in this open dice, in this column, 2 and 4 are in alternate positions and they are opposite to each other. 3 and 5 are in alternate positions and they are opposite to each other. 1 and 6 are the left and right extensions and they are opposite to each other. So in this open dice, 2 is opposite to 4, 3 is opposite to 5 and 1 is opposite to 6. Now look at this open dice. In this open dice, in this column, 1 and 3 are in alternate positions and they are in opposite, and they are the opposite faces. 4 and 6 are in alternate positions and they are the opposite faces. 2 and 5 are the opposite faces. So in this open dice, 1 is opposite to 3, 4 is opposite to 6, and 2 is opposite to 5. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. A thorough knowledge of the concept will help you in answering questions correctly on this topic. Also, please do watch a video on dice, standard dice, solved problems. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.